to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness.
Hey guys, Natural Gamer here, and today is another My Adventures episode. This episode is half prank wars and half sort of like not exactly sure what it's like a war between neighborhood 1 and neighborhood 2, so like the neighboring neighborhoods. We'd always have wars, but the prank wars are like when we were already friends, and some of the wars were before we were friends, and one that I'm going to be talking about is one after we became friends. You know, after a big fight, it just happens that we all become friends. Just something that happens. So I hope you enjoy today's episode. I'll be playing Sky Wars while I'm, telling the story, so it's just going to be a voiceover. And yeah, let's get to it.
Don't touch mine.
Okay guys, first things first is I'll be starting with prank wars, because the prank wars, like when we weren't friends, started obviously before we were friends. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to be starting with before we weren't friends, and then what kind of wars and all stuff we had after we were friends. So before we were friends, this is where it all started, and it was just like a light joke. So in Ukraine, obviously, they speak Ukrainian and not English. They can speak English, but it's not as good as, people who actually speak English. So they were playing soccer in the sadok. I talked about the sadok last episode, the kindergarten. They were playing soccer there. It has like a mini field or whatever. And I came with my friends, and they're like, he doesn't speak Ukrainian whatsoever. He doesn't understand it. He only speaks English. And we made up that my cousin was like my translator, even though she had no idea what I was saying anyways. We just kind of like, improvised. So we came there, they were playing soccer, and I'm like, yo, hello, what's up, how's it going? And they're like, huh? And they're like speaking in Ukrainian, saying, what is he saying? Is he speaking English? And it went on for about 15 minutes. Like, they legit thought I couldn't speak Ukrainian. And they were saying a whole bunch of things. And then at the end of it, I'm like, in Ukrainian, I said, oh, I was just messing with you guys. Like, really? Are you serious? It's like, you think we're idiots? Like, they took it so rough. I was like, yo, it's just a joke, God. Just a joke. And then it kind of calmed down. I played some soccer with them. And then it got to the phase where we play this game where you have to try to take each other down to the ground. So it's like, no punching, no nothing. You just have to throw them to the ground. I played with their friend Vlad. And Vlad is like a professional. He's professional in martial arts. So obviously I wasn't gonna take him down because I'm not the best fighter. Well, I'm a pretty good fighter, but not against him. So, but I survived pretty long with him. Most people only survive maybe 20 seconds. I survived with him for about 14 minutes, and he was just like, whoa, that's insane. And then I went against this kid Pavlo. That guy, he's older than me by I think 2 years, but he's a bit shorter than me because I'm 6'2". And I think he's like 5'10" maybe. So we were doing the little scrimmage thing, and he like picked me up and threw me to the he picked me up and attempted to throw me to the ground, but he didn't manage. So then I picked him up by the leg. I picked him up and I just dropped him. He got so pissed at me. He's like, that's it. You want to go, bro? I'm gonna beat your face and all that. I'm like, yo, man. I'm telling his friends, I'm like, is he insane? It's just a joke. And he just started like trying to punch me and kick me. What's funny, the first kick or not the first kick, the last kick he threw, because he missed the first 3, I grabbed his leg and I threw him backwards, so he landed on his back. So that's sort of where the rivalry started between us, and it just, just continued on from there. And then this is where the pranks started. They started with the pranks. Their version of a prank is not what people would do in Canada or North America necessarily. What they decided to do was, while I was in the park with my cousin Marina, my friend Victoria, my friend Max, my friend Andriy, Bogdan, there was like 6 of us, and there was like 14 of them. They decided to throw pears at us. Freaking pears. And pears in Ukraine are, some of them are small, but some of them are really, really big. So if you get hit by a pear, it really, really hurts. And this is when they like hated us. So they decided, oh, as a prank, we're gonna chuck pears at them. Really, man? Where my pears at? Like, chucking pears at me? So this prank resulted in a war, I'd say, like a fight, because this kid Kwasi, he's like the leader of the group. He chucked the pear at me. It almost hit me in the head, but Victoria caught it, and then Victoria threw a rock at him, and then not the rock. He got hit by the rock. He decided to come at me. He was just like, he was so pissed, and my friend said, because if he hits you, he'll probably knock you out. Like, the kid's built. I knew if I didn't knock him out from the first hit, he'd probably beat the crap out of me. So right when he came up to me, he pushed me. I didn't even wait. Like, you know, usually it's a fight. It's like push, 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 push. 3 hours later, they're still pushing each other. It's just extremely stupid like that. But I didn't do that. He pushed me once and I punched him straight in the face, knocked him out. I'm like, not even gonna go there, just gonna knock him out. That's how it is. And that was sort of like a prank leading to a war. Then there was a war. We decided to do this thing. It's not the smartest thing, but this is when we started to turn friends, because we found out how fun it is to just hang out with each other. We decided to do like a full-on side-on-side war. No punching, nothing. There's one side and the other side on the kindergarten. You have apples, pears, whatever fruits you can grab and chuck them. Because in Ukraine there's like a crap load of trees, lots of fruits, so it doesn't really matter. Half of the people don't even eat it, only like the kids do it. So we decided to have war. There's these grenade apples. Like, by grenade apples I mean like big apples. Like, they're really big. They're bigger, they're like twice the size of a tennis ball, okay? And I grabbed that apple. Most people didn't grab it because they couldn't even throw it halfway. I grabbed that apple and I threw it and I hit Vlad straight in the thigh, and it exploded on his thigh and he fell down. It hurts. It's like getting shot by I don't know, 47 paintball guns. Like, it really hurts. He started bleeding from an apple, okay? That apple is like frozen ice. It hurts. The rest of the people were throwing like pears and stuff, and what are they called? The orange fruits. What are the peaches? Yeah, they were throwing peaches, or I don't even know if they're orange, and stuff like that. We even grabbed cherries, and we'd like take the seed out of the cherry, and we had these things that we made where it's like a 2-liter bottle. You cut off the top, you grab a balloon, put it on like the top where you would pour into a glass, like, you know, that top, the hole. You put a balloon on there, grab an elastic band, wrap it around the balloon so it like stays on it. Then you put this seed in the balloon, and you have like this triangle sort of like gun, and you like cock it back and let go, and it hurt. It hurt so much. Like, you'd bleed from those things. So we did the war. We ended up breaking 3 windows. Not our side, because we were on the side where there's windows, and when they threw the pears, it wasn't necessarily me, it was a couple of us. We dodged it, and instead of hitting us, they hit the windows behind us. So that was unfortunate. I don't know if I don't even remember if we did anything. We're like, that's on you. It's on you, not our fault. Oh, okay. So after that war, we became friends. It was just like, yo, this is so much fun, just chilling with each other, doing this sort of stuff with each other. Just so much fun. That's when the legit prank wars began, okay? I'm obviously gonna have more than one parts of these prank wars because we had so many, like, it's ridiculous. But this is what I'm gonna say. We'd go in the nighttime. In the nighttime, you play pranks like crazy. Like, my grandma would be like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm just gonna be on the, it's called the Podvidia, or like the territory, like our territory. Like, not the boundaries where I'm not allowed to go. No, I'd go like in the city with my friends. We'd pull pranks on people. It's crazy. But Vlad, Andrian, and my cousin Marina, they took it too far. They decided to go to the apartment buildings, and there's like the power box, and there's that one switch that cuts out power on the entire building. They'd go to that power box in each and every apartment, and they'd shut it down. I wasn't there. I was just like somewhere off with Victoria and Max and Kostya, the guy that I punched out. Me and him were like best buds after that. It was just so much fun. But they cut off the power. They did get caught, but they just booked it. Ran for their lives. We'd also play Ding Dong Ditch a lot, or like Knock Knock. Ding Dong Ditch, Knock Knock, same thing. That was a lot of fun. It was, yeah, in Ukraine it's different because usually in Canada or North America, you knock knock, and there's a couple of those people who are gonna chase you if they see you. In Ukraine, it's like knock knock, yeah, they're gonna chase you. That's about a 95% sure they're gonna chase you. We'd also do stuff like there'd be a lot of drunk. Like this wasn't necessarily a prank, but there'd be drunk guys like just walking by the hill because my grandma lives like on this hill, like her area where her apartment is. It's like on a hillside, I guess. And there would always be drunk guys walking from the club to like go buy beer again, walking down the hill, and they'd always like mess with the girls. So one time when we were pulling all these pranks, Victoria decided to kick the guy. Guess what? The guy's son was with him, 22-year-old. He chased us all the way to the stadium. The stadium is maybe like 7 kilometers from where the hill is. It was brutal. We ran and we ran and we ran. My friend Max was like way in the front. Like the kid's crazy. Currently he's I think 15, and he goes 10 something seconds for a 100-meter sprint. He's only 15. That's pretty good. Considering the fact that Usain Bolt goes around 9.5, I believe. But yeah, so a lot of our pranks led to wars between each other just for fun, or between other people, like the drunk guy and his son. The son wouldn't stop, and usually when you do these pranks, you have to be extremely careful, because if you get caught, bruh, you don't want to get caught. Like I said about the guard with the poison ivy broomstick bam bam hit you. Trust me, you do not want to get caught. So these are like the beginner pranks. I'll obviously in later episodes tell you about some of the more legit ones, and I won both games. Boom! Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, share with your friends, subscribe if you like, and yeah, have a nice evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Just have a good one. Natural Gamer out.
Yeah.